Now, our next speaker is a stranger to no one and top sells all the time in the region. And you guys, I think we need to get really ready to get your pens and pencils again, because you are going to be using them for our next speakers from Royalty Sales. And it is Paulette with none other than her superstar director, Kristen Toby, and amazing star director, Rhonda Swindell, who we've known for years is a top rock star. So let's give it up for business leader Paulette. And Paulette, go ahead.
Yes, I'm so excited, guys. This has been an amazing day. And with the opportunity that I have to share with you, two special leaders from Royalty Sales. And I have to tell you, Rhonda Swindell has been with the business, oh my gosh, it seems like forever, Rhonda, but it's what, 12 years? 12 years. And she is our #1 organizational leader in company sales. And she is our #1 organizational leader in personal sales. And we're so excited and so proud because she is a new elite leader for the very first time in about 9.5 months this year. Rhonda Swindell, we are so very, very proud of you. And with us also is Kristen Toby, who is no new person to Tupperware, has been with Tupperware, oh my gosh, Kristen, 16 years. I find it very hard to believe. And she was our #1 consultant last year. And in 2021 has gone, and they gave you a promotion. Did you see that, Kristen? Pam gave you a promotion. That is future, because Kristen went from a consultant to a manager to a star manager to executive and soon to be a future leader. So as you see these two wonderful leaders, I'm so very proud of them, because not only do they build a huge January, so all of you, are you so excited to build a big January, but they are consistently selling. So at this time, Rhonda, we're going to do a little panel for you today. So we want to cover some key topics for a big month, every month. So would you share your goal for 2022 and share with everybody where you've been and your biggest one and your lineups? So let's go with that first. Are you ready, Rhonda?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go, girl.
I believe I had my biggest January last year. It was a little over 15,500. So my personal goal this January is to do $10,000 personal sales. I, as of now, have 12 parties up. They are 11 in-home parties and a book party so far.
Rhonda, though, as you're talking about this, and what's really important for everyone to know as we start January, as you hear Claudette, and you heard it throughout, about a plan and a goal. And you gave us our goal and our plan, but when you open that up, about your life. So because your life, so share with everybody your life and how you pick these goals.
Okay, so I work part-time. I work 4 days a week, about 6.5 hours a day is what I'm down to now. I then also farm, so I milk cows on my days off that I don't do parties. And then on the rest of the days, I'm usually out partying. So I definitely have a full schedule nonstop. My biggest goal is to get my daughter through college. That has been accomplished. So now it is to travel. So hope to do a lot of traveling this year.
Yes. You are. And I love how it fits around the family, around your multiple jobs. And you just had a new baby calf, if I'm not mistaken, right?
This morning, I know. I can't wait to go see her.
I know. I'm so excited. So here she is, amazing Kristen. Share your goals. And I think you need to share, when I say share your lineup, Kristen, where you have been and where you are headed. Okay. So as I say that, I mean, you started when COVID started or the pandemic started, where you were and what happened to bring you here today, and your biggest goal and what's your plans for this year.
All right. Well, my biggest January was last year in 2020, and I did over $6,000 in sales. And my goal for 2022 in January is actually the same as Rhonda's. It's actually $10,000. Paulette was talking and referring about how I started. Well, back in the pandemic in March of 2020, I had done 6 in-home parties up to that point in January and February. And I was talking to my director, Laura Miller, and I asked her, I said, I want to make money. How am I going to do that? She's like, why don't you do Facebook parties? And up to that point, I had done 2 in 2019, and they were pretty successful, but I was kind of hesitant to actually do the parties. But what I did was I got on my VIP page and I made an incentive for the members of my VIP. If they booked a party, they got a $25 credit at the end of their party to shop in the catalog from me. And I booked 4 parties. Actually, it was in May I started. So April, I did have a good month just with my VIPs ordering, but in May I started. And from that point on, it was just, I booked probably 2 to 3 parties on those 4 parties I booked in May, and it just kept going on and on and on. And it's still good throughout this year.
Wow. Okay. Now, Kristen, I know you say it's still good. How far out are you dated today?
I am dated actually till mid-April.
Okay, your date book is full. And with your schedule, Kristen, share with them, I know, a little bit about your family and how you actually schedule.
Yeah, I actually have a almost 4-year-old, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. I was a teacher where I stayed at home with her 4 years ago. I'm also a part of I'm the president of a direct sales group, and we have meetings and auctions, plus my partying. I limit myself 4 to 5 Facebook parties a week so I can spend time with her, spend time with my husband. He's a rock star. He's watching her right now in the basement. So I could do this and him for that. So I try to plan my parties around family schedules, events we have, and really convenient, the Facebook parties, because I can pre-plan the post and still go out and run my errands and know that my posts are there for the host and her customers.
So as we continue, guys, we have 2 different people here. We are at Royalty Sales believe party your way. So as the pandemic came, we are in-home based, and Rhonda is an in-home based party. Kristen is doing our virtual parties. So we're going to compare a little bit, but what I want you to do is understand there is a similarity in both. What you do in one, you do in the other. So the party really never changed. It's just done in another way. So it's okay. So Rhonda, as we look at this, we talked about fundraisers and line up with your busy schedule. But when you want to build, and I do mean build a big month, what other way did you supplement your business other than doing parties? Share with them.
Back in October, I had a lady come to me who was to have a party scheduled, and she asked to do a fundraiser. And we all know that the fundraiser line went away. But why can't we do a fundraiser out of the catalog? Is what I thought. So I had done a few smaller ones. So she came to me, and they're a community, they're an Amish community close to my home, and I do parties with them, but they had to separate their schools. One got too big. So they wanted to do a fundraiser to raise money for recreational stuff. The lady said they really wanted a volleyball net, and the cost of the volleyball net was $300 and some that she was looking at. And so she decided, instead of doing a party for herself to get free Tupperware, she wanted to do this and raise money for the school. So I decided, because I'm giving back to the community, and this is what I like to do, that I was going to go with this fundraiser, and was going to give them all of my commission. So I would give them my 25%, and then I figured I always make bonus levels. So with that, then I'm going to actually also buy them some gifts. So it's so fun to go down and kick off a fundraiser to these little children, and they're all excited, and you get them all excited that they're going to raise this money. They're going to get their volleyball net. And so I challenged each one of them to actually sell at least one item. If they sold one item, I was going to bring them a goodie bag. Okay. So when I come back to pick everything up, I would bring them a goodie bag. And then depending on the sales amount that they had, I would also bring gifts along. So there's 2 teachers that work together. So when I went to close the party with them, I had called them and they said, we think it's really good, Rhonda. We think it's really good. They're all excited too. They're just young girls. And so when I got down there, it was, I can't remember the exact number, $4,400. And the teachers were excited and the students were so excited. So I ended up writing them a check for over $1,000. And so they got their volleyball net plus more. And then I took them their goodie bags, went down to the school, and also other things like jump ropes and basketballs and soccer balls and some puzzles they could do in the winter time and things like that. And I will tell you, it was the best feeling in the world when I walk into this classroom just to see these children's faces light up that they were so excited with just their cute little goodie bags. And so I decided then, you know, sometimes to me, it's not all about the money that I made doing this, but it was about giving back to the community and just made my heart so full. So I know we don't have the fundraiser line, and I know some of you, you know, may not want to give away all of your commission because you also need money when you are out doing these things, but you can choose. You can give them 10%, you can give them 15%, 20%. You could give whatever you want of your commission back to a fundraiser. And there's so many places that you can do fundraising. Preschools, gymnastics places that do competition and they need their little outfits. Cheerleading, I used to do cheerleading fundraisers for my daughter's cheerleaders and their competition squad every year. There's 4-H clubs. There's people that have had house fires. I had done fundraisers for them, or medical expenses. And now, like, I just heard this morning, there were tornadoes, Kentucky, I believe. Yeah. So anybody in that area, those poor people lost their homes. Right. Every little bit helps. And just to give back is just a big, big deal. And then it builds your sales for the month. So if you're looking for that bonus, then you're going to make a little extra there too. Yeah. So that's what I have to do.
And you know what, I was so excited when you called me, because just hearing her voice, the passion that she gave back. But I'll have to tell you, everyone out there, as you heard Rhonda said, you have the opportunity and you decide how much you give away. Of course, as we move up the ladder and you are a director, Rhonda would say to me, you know, I receive bonuses. And I said, I do. As a consultant, though, you can give back, and it's a deduction, right, Rhonda? Would you say
absolutely.
that? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. There you go. So we're going to move over to Kristen. Kristen, I'm so excited as we begin, and I know you are very excited on how you hold your parties, but the key to a successful big week or any time with a hostess, we always talk about host coaching, and we wouldn't really have a business if we didn't take the time. So would you share in your virtual what you do with your hosts prior to the party? And I love how you coach them for the party too.
Okay, so 2 weeks before the party starts, I send them in this little cellophane bag. I send them 2 catalogs. And I send them the new flyer, which this one's December. And then I also send them 2 little treasures, like a funnel and an orange peeler, or you can do a smidget. And I also put in about recruiting, like a flyer about recruiting and the host bonus and any specials that we have. And I send it to them and I message them, text them, or call them. And I say, hey, your package is coming with your catalogs, and let me know when you get them. And then we have a conversation that they got it. And then when they're week before their party, I call them again and ask them their wish list, or what is the goal for their party? What are they working for? Micro Pro Grill, the mandolin, maybe the Fridge Smart 4-piece set, because a lot of my customers love that. So I help them. And then I also remind them, for Facebook parties, you want to invite everyone. There's so many examples I can tell. you need to invite everyone, whether it's somebody you don't even know. Guys, I'll tell you a real quick one. I had one actual members of my team. She got on a party this summer. I didn't know her. The host only knew her only 2 times. She got on, and within a day, she was my new recruit, because Tupperware, said, I've never been to a party before. Tupperware fits my lifestyle, and she was on my team. So you never know who is going to want Tupperware at that point in time. So you want to reach out, and that's what I tell my hosts when they invite everybody, at least 50 people, and not all those 50 people might come, but you might have a good turnout. And I tell them to also stay active on the party throughout the whole week.
Kristen, also in your packet, do you have a coupon? Is that right? Is that when you send a thank you note?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. The screen is frozen for some reason. Sorry, guys. Thanks,
we can
Pam.
hear you, but yeah, you did freeze.
Yeah, sorry. But I'll tell you this,
Okay.
and I'll post it. But I'm going to show you this. This is if you can see it, but if not, I do a scratch off card, and it's from Unicorn Smiles. It's a local family in Indiana, I believe Indiana, that I'll just describe the scratch off card. It says, thanks a latte. It's like a latte. And what I do is I put on 10, 20, 30, 40, or I even do free shipping and free tax. And I send this thank you card. I know somebody referred to a thank you card. I send a personal thank you card to each one of my hosts with that scratch card in it. That I got from Unicorn Smile, and I send it to the host, and they can use it on a future purchase with me after their party is complete.
Okay, so you're bringing your host back after
Yes.
she hosts, is what I understand. Yes. So thank you, Kristen. Rhonda, yeah, Here we are. We're hosting parties, and you have continually host parties. And how do you, and I will share with everyone, as Rhonda does the Amish community, it's a little bit different if we were back doing standard parties and mailing flyers. But will you share how you do your host packets with your hosts as you party plan for a party?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So with my Amish community, a lot of times the Amish date parties for somebody else. So they will date a bridal shower, a birthday shower for someone. So the person who dates the party is where I mail the packet. They usually tell me how many invitations they want. It's anywhere between 20 and 50. So I have a printed invitation that I send, and then I send that same number of sales flyers. 2 to 3 catalogs, about 10 order forms. And if there's anything, specials that are in there, I will also send them in the packet. And then sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It depends on the community and things. I'm sure you guys have all seen like the Tupper squares, where you sell squares, they're $2 a piece. Fill the sheet. And so they like to do that. And so then when I go to the party, normally they have the sheet filled. So then that's an extra $100 that the hostess will have to use to get her free stuff. And somebody wins that. So they're all excited. A lot of times when I used to do more English parties, I would also always do the Tic Tac Tupper. That was a good thing to send, and then give little gadgets away for when they got their tic-tac-toes. And I'm sure you've all have seen that for some of the new people. Maybe not, but check with your manager or your director or business leader. I'm sure they could show you a copy of that. And that's what I send in my packet, and I send it out. I like to send it out a couple weeks ahead of time, so then they also have time to mail them to the guests that are going to attend the party.
So as you were working, and I hear this, we went from the brochure to a flyer to a brochure. So I know you're excited, Rhonda, about the brochure coming back. And we talked about this, but also talk at the power of the flyer. And I think we heard it about front loading. We talk about that as you're as you're getting ready for January, we want to front load those first 2 weeks. I want to share.
Yeah. So
how that affected you.
When everything happened and we went to our one-page flyers and we were doing a lot of the while supplies last, you'd get to the end of the month and the things would run out, then, it was never a good situation in my case because I had a bunch of outside orders when I got there. So I started front loading and booked everybody into the first 2 weeks That way I was hoping that things did not run out. So as the months have went by, we don't seem to have that problem anymore. Paulette has assured me that January we're going to be good.
Well,
So
we are. It will be, Rhonda. It's going to be amazing. Just
so
telling you.
dating, front loading and dating into the first 2 weeks also helps you grow the rest of your month, because now you're there the first week. January 3rd, I'm out. If somebody wants to date a party, absolutely, they can date into the end of the month, and I would be glad to send one of my managers along to do the party.
I know.
But
She's thinking.
yeah, second week, you can still get that dating into the last week. So if you front load your month, that will enable you to build a bigger month by dating into the third and the fourth week of the month. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And Tupperware has the keys right now for us for the first 2 weeks for that extra $750. But I know in host coaching, both of you always reach no less than $1,000 party. As they said, start there with $1,000 party. Both Kristen and you, I know, do. So let's talk a little bit about dating those parties at your parties, both virtually and at your in-home party. So Kristen, you want to take over your virtual business and share with us?
All right. So when I began for dating parties, I give, on the first day, I give a little introduction, just about a minute or two, tell the host, thank you for hosting. I also, my host, when I'm going live, but then I also mention about dating. I mention that the host needs 2 datings. I show the host gift special. Look what she can earn with so many sales and 2 datings. And then I said, if you would like to date, or, comment below. Or I also tell them that I will have a post with my available dates to party later on in the week, and you can also comment on there, or you can private message. So that's how I date. And also during my live, I also talk about, if somebody had already booked, I mention them and give them a shout out saying, hey, thanks for booking in March. I am excited to, party with you. And then I said, oh, she needs 1 more booking, but we can go beyond that. Like I said, even though she has 2, booked as many as 6 in one Facebook party, 6. So you can go beyond 2, and you can tell those people, oh, we can go beyond. Who wants to party and earn free Tupperware, earn this host gift special? So that is what I tell for dating, but I do a couple different, and I know you can't see it, but I'll just describe it to you guys. So 2 things I do is I have a gift bag, and I'll just describe the gift bag. They're different color gift bags, and I number them 1 through 10. And inside each gift is a that I will give out after their party closes. Like it might be a free $11, kitchen, like the tongs, or in this gift bag that I have, it's a free $25 credit to spend in the catalog. So that entices people to want to book. Or just, actually, I just finished up 3 parties last night. I had a little graphic that somebody created that I found with reindeers. And if they booked a party, they got to choose a reindeer like Zen. And behind each reindeer was something that I had done. Like if they have $500 at their party and 2 bookings, I might give them a free $20 gift card. So that is a host to try to work for at their party. So I had 5 bookings from my 3 parties. So they got the opportunity to pick a reindeer and then have that incentive to work for at their party.
Awesome. Thank you. So at your party, as you notice, bring your personalities to your parties. Rhonda, bring your personality to your parties as dating.
Okay, so once again, a lot of my hostesses date for others. So when I go to the party, I have my host there. A lot of times she's getting married, newly married, and she really needs a lot of stuff. So people are very willing to help her. And to get the host bonuses, I always put in the corner of my demonstration table, I always set up the host gift special. And then what I do to entice them to date parties to help her get the most out of her party is I take, I don't have any of these food up right now or I'd show you, but I'm not ready yet. So I get little, the clear cellophane bags at the dollar store. And then I go into my stash box, something that I've earned, maybe an old sample that I have bought, and I'm not going to use it. So I just put them in a cute little gift bag and ribbon on them, maybe a bow. And I set those 2 gifts on the table. So I tell them, say Paulette was my hostess. So when you guys help Paulette out tonight to get her host gift special and you date a party with me, you can pick one of these gifts. And then when I come to your party, I will bring this gift to you. So then they'll pick their gift. And then when I show up, you have to keep track of this. When I show up at that party, then I present them with that gift. So I believe, enticing them a little because they do date for other people, helps to add those datings, and you always need to make it fun. So,
fun. And
like
as we go into the demonstration part, Rhonda, and the running of your party, you have this famous saying you always say to a lot of them as you do your party. And how do you do it?
It's well, I usually give them a choice, actually. So you have 2 choices tonight. What kind of party do you want to have? We can talk about Tupperware for 2 hours, or we can do short, sweet, fun, and done, and then y'all can chit chat. So my party theme is short, sweet, fun, and done.
That's what she likes to do. So as you bring your personality to your party, the main thing is people relate to you. So however you do your party, they relate to you. So as we do this, will you share what you would take? I know in January, it's big weeks. We're going to really push module mates. And I know a lot of your people have module mates. And Kristen, what you're going to demo, because you're very good at going live with your products. So Rhonda, as an in-home party, what do you choose to demonstrate and what do you do to increase sales at that party?
Okay, so when I do my parties, I do not demonstrate from the sales flyer. Okay, I take my kit and it's strictly catalog items. My true passion, I love the Fridge Smarts and now the Ultra Pro. So when I talk Fridge Smarts, I'm not talking one Fridge Smart. We're talking the set, okay? And then the Ultra Pro. I also take the choppers and that new Whip It Mix. I guess it's not too new, but it's great. The Clearly Elegant line is absolutely just fabulous. A lot of people love that. And also like the Freezer Mate, but once again, not by the piece, by the set. So I strictly demonstrate high, thanks, Bonnie, high dollar item. And that is my goal. And then of course the host gift special. I do demonstrate or take along the host gift special. And then I also do a little thing at my party to help get the hostess all the sales that I can. Now, like especially in the big months, every party I gear for $1,000. So I take along, now this item I take along is usually between $20 and $30. So I do spend some money on these things, but I take, for instance, kitchen towels. Everybody loves kitchen towels, kitchen shears, maybe a snack store large, anything like that. And I take that along. And now this is always also sitting on the table beside my host gift special and my dating gifts. And I'll put the gift down and then I'll stick a roll of tickets on top of it. So then I will proceed to tell them during the party that this is my $50 gift. No, the value is not $50. However, when you spend $50 tonight, before shipping and tax, you're going to get a ticket into the drawing for the set of dish towels. And once everybody has their orders in, then we're going to let Paulette pick a winner. And Paulette, one of your friends or family, are going to go home with these dish towels tonight. And I'll tell you, I did it for a while, then I stopped and I started doing it again. And these people really will spend that extra $10, $11 to get to that $50 level because they really want a ticket into that drawing. So that has also helped boost my party sales.
And I think you double it if I went to order 100 or 150, right? You double tickets, right? Yeah, Rhonda?
Yeah. I'm
for
sorry,
every
it's
50.
one ticket for every $50. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was going to say,
Thank
so
you,
if I
Paulette.
order
Yeah.
more, I am greedy. I want more. So, okay, very good. Kristen, talk about your demos live and what you feel has increased your party sales, because being on Facebook or in home, we both experience big parties and small parties. Would you agree, Kristen? Share your largest Facebook party and your smallest, and then what you do as you go live, because you're very good at going live with your demos.
Okay, my largest Facebook party was actually this year, and it was $2,700 over that. And I had 3 bookings. And then my smallest one has been like, it's been like 150, but I still got 2 bookings. And even though that was small and the other one was large, I try to do kind of the same thing, but integrate different products based on the needs of the customers. Like, hey, I see that, or I haven't seen that in a while. Maybe I post something about a product, then I will show it in my lives. So in my lives, I show like 4 or 5 specials from the flyer. I think it's key. And I always try to find the best special or the best for your buck, I call it. And I show them that special. And usually I sell a lot of those at my Facebook parties. A lot of people like those best for your buck, more percentage off. So I show that. And then I choose different items from the catalog, the fridge smarts, like Rhonda said, I always show those. People are amazed at those. The freezer made for a big one with me, the gadgets and the snack store containers, plus the vent and serve and the crystal wave. Those are all good ones that I show. But then for my demos, just the last couple months, I've shown the knife sharpener. And knife sharpener, I got the idea from a training we had in 2020. We couldn't go to our annual convention in Orlando. Somebody had a training about the knife sharpener. So I showed them that. I showed them the 3 different sets of knives we had, and I told them just a little bit about it and how to use it. And people were amazed because they hadn't sharpened their knives in 20 some years and they were throwing out their knives. I'm like, don't throw them out. You need to sharpen them. So that sold a lot of knife sharpeners and knives. And also I do it like the mix and store pitcher with our spatula. So that's another add-on. Or I've done the Micro Pro Grill and the ring. I've had many hosts get that for half off or even free. So that's what I do with my lives.
Awesome. You guys are both so exciting. But as you hear, they have full date books into months in advance. And here we are, we're going into January, but you never go alone. And I think we heard that several times today. And Claudette, I believe, even said it. When you're out there, you're taking someone with you, you're building your team. So now your party, whether it's virtual or in home, is your office, correct? So as you have your office, what are you doing with your office? So Rhonda, as you move forward and you both of you develop your teams and develop your future leaders, what is it that you do when you're out at a party to help develop those teams?
I started doing this a couple years ago when I started being too busy and I couldn't handle it. So I would take people along to my parties, let some of the customers get to know them, get familiar with them, and then I branched them out. So.
And who was one of your main branches? Can I ask?
Shelly Moore.
Shelly Moore, as you just saw her recognized in top sales, as she took her with her, right, Rhonda?
Yeah,
and that is the best way you can train someone, would you say? You do your best parties, yes. When you take someone, we're never alone in Tupperware, and you walk with them and then you build them higher up, which is amazing. And you're still doing it today, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all these parties, and if you can't hold anymore, you're going to grow your others. Is that correct?
Yep. I have a manager that I will take out and send out in January, and then another consultant. So absolutely. For my personal team. Yes. Yeah.
Kristen, and I know you do train well from their beginning, from their grand openings or their starter parties. I know you develop your team very well with your parties too. Is that correct?
Yes. I ask them when they join whether a discount or whether they want a party to make money. And so about half my team is partying, other half is just a discount. For the partying people, what I do is I tell them that I will do their launch party. All they have to do is sit back, relax, comment whenever you can, and then, thank people for ordering. But I do that to show them how it's done, how I learned previously how a Facebook party should be run, the steps, first day, throughout the week, and the ending to make it successful. And then they've asked me to get on their own Facebook parties they do themselves and critique them. And so I give them little pointers saying, you need to do this, or you need to add more of this, or make sure you tell your host this, because I want them to be successful because we're a team. And my 13 people, I want them to be successful, whether they're just partying or whether they're just buying at a discount. I want them to be successful. And I'll just tell you, there was one lady or one person on my team that she was just at a discount 3 months ago. She's like, I think I'm going to do a party. Can you help me? And I said, sure. So I never knew that. So I told her, and she actually did it on her own. I just gave her some, and she had over a $600 party, her first party. So, and she just was in it for a discount. And she's like, well, this one said she wanted to have a party. I think I'll try it. And she's going to have more in the new year. So I'm excited for her.
So we are so
Awesome.
excited, and we want to wrap it up. We hope this helps you build the biggest January ever. Regardless of where you are, you start now. And as you continually add, and I just want to thank these two amazing leaders that I have for today. And hopefully you've learned from party to party, it's still the same. It's all about you and what you bring to the party. So we just thank you so much. And thank you for being here with us today. Thanks,
Thank you for
Rhonda.
allowing
Thanks,
us
Kristen.
to share.
They do.
Thank you so much. I would love to see that too. And Kristen, I'd love to see that card that you're using, that scratch off card. So hopefully
Yeah, she will. She'll
picture.
post it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Excellent training again. Boy, have